If you are logging into MyTEAM today, this is what matters. We have new Winter Festival challenges. They are impacted from the locker codes we got 2 days ago. We also have a new way to get exchange pieces from playing online. We will dive into that right away. First off though, let's look at the daily challenges. It's a free 5,000 MT. One of which is play multiplayer. I still recommend getting it done, and there's extra incentivization to play multiplayer today, which we will talk about shortly. Along with the dailies, make sure you do your exhibitions. Free rewards as we're building up our account. They do add up, so make sure to prioritize them. In the challenges section, over to Season 3 tab. Nothing new added today. Still plenty of time to get your Tis the Season challenges done. They're very easy. Tis the Season players are really cheap right now. Some up there for like 4,000 MT. Shout out Kalkbrenner. That's a really good card for that price. I recommend stacking a couple because I think it will go up in price here in the coming weeks. But get that done. The spotlights are still here. You get the ornament balls. I did unlock that snowball, which I'm pretty excited about. Was able to get it done really cheaply. So, if you're thinking about doing that, but either way, just keep getting free cards to build your collection. Over to the weekly challenges on that same theme. All these are worth doing. Some might not make your lineup depending where you're at, but this Fears and Queen duo is really, really good. Kenny and Shaq is a lot of fun, and this Halliburton is a pretty good card too. So most of these can be stacked. Again, just if there's a card here, make sure you take care of it. You have 4 days left on the Fears and Queen. The rest, there's only a day left on this Kevin Garnett. I know he's not super good, but the rest don't seem to have a timer, so you should have plenty of time. But if that's something you're going after, and I recommend you do, just keep an eye on it. And over to the Winter Festival tab, we got one new challenge. So yesterday we had two. Both were involved with those locker codes we got. I'll flash those up one more time for you here. Should have been pretty easy to get done. I finished up the SGA ones this morning, and they dropped a new one with the Cooper flag. As of this morning, it was glitched, and the Amethyst Cooper flag stats were not being tracked. I was able to get some stats done. As you can see, I had to sub in the Emerald Cooper flag. They'll probably have this fixed even by the time you're watching this video, but if not, just put in the Emerald Cooper flag if you have it. If you don't stress. This will, be up for at least a few days, and they will fix it where the Amethyst Cooper flag gets it done. So monitor me on Twitter. There'll be updates on that, but if for whatever reason they don't fix it, try to get your hands on an Emerald Cooper flag and you can get it done today, but hopefully they get a quick fix in that. And just keep stacking pieces. They've given us a good number. Technically, it's only for a diamond. You get some golds along the way, but that's the strategy. Just, stack as many pieces as you can, and then when it's time to go shopping, you'll have as much resources as possible. Before we go and look at that Winter Festival exchange, let's just talk about some of the season grinds. Whether you're playing Showdown, Breakout, Park, or All-Star Team Up, make sure you're going after that season exchange. We have about 2 weeks left in the season, so start mapping out, how much more grind do you have, what's realistic for you, but if you're close, 60, 70, 80% the way there, prioritize it, because you've been grinding this far. The exchange piece is worth it, even if you take legend badges. We can go over and just look at what's available in there, give you some advice. I definitely recommend the Gugliotta. Joe Smith is, equivalent. Both are really good. This Simons card's very offensive. Not the best defensive card, but I have seen some people hoop with it. If you're going for the Marc Gasol, good on you. He is good, but I don't think it's worth the 3 pieces. That's a pretty heavy grind. Like, I've been playing a lot this year, or this season, and I'm only going to get 1 piece. So you'd have to be pretty strategic to get, 3 pieces. But if that's your grind, like, he is a good card. It's just not in the books for me. But then if none of those cards look good, just take the legend badges. This is great. You get 3 legend badges. So I will have a tough choice because thank you to the Pro Pass that I bought for $10. That's my, I'm not fully no money spent, guys. I buy the Pro Pass and that's just about it. I did get Tom Gugliotta. So now I'm like, do I want Joe Smith? I kind of have plenty of small forwards. Neither of these guys would make my lineup. I won't get Gasol. This is not worth it, a 95 plus. You're just realistically going to get a pretty mid card. So I'm probably going to get the legend badges or maybe Joe Smith. One of the two. That Joe Smith card does look like a lot of fun, but Gugliotta just does some very similar things. And I just don't know if I need both. So very likely I will take the legend badges. But just want to show you, like, these season grinds are absolutely worth it. And I'm getting mine an all-star team up today. And that's a good time to talk about. There is a special reward in all-star team up where if you get 5 wins with the same squad, they're going to give you an additional free diamond piece. Now, typically in all-star team up, they give you some type of reward for winning 5 games with the same squad. It's usually random, and they say you may get a 95 plus pack. You won't. On a typical day in all-star, if you get 5 wins with the same squad, you usually get like an 84 plus pack or like 5,000 MT. It's usually nothing great. But today, it's guaranteed after 5 wins with the same squad, you get a diamond piece. So when you do the math, it's pretty much the same as doing that hyper meta grind in the breakout gauntlet where you just play one game and then reset. We estimated that's about 2 diamonds in an hour because it's 30 golds, which is 30 golds, which is 10 amethysts, which is 2 diamonds. And you could get that done in about an hour. If you play all-star team up, you need 5 wins, which will be 10 golds, which is about 3 amethysts. And then you get the diamond from the 5-game win streak. So it's almost equivalent to 2 diamonds in an hour. It's about a diamond and 3 amethysts, but it will probably take you a little longer than an hour. So it's not quite the most meta grind to get pieces, but it's more fun. You're online. You're going to be playing with friends, hopefully, or some people you meet in the lobby. And I do recommend if you come in here, don't just run in and try to play with randoms. I think it's better to come in here and try to look for someone who's a similar rep to you and using a good card. Like I would go over to Freddy and invite him to a squad. Depending what card you have showing. Like right now I'm using a Kongwei. People might be like, oh, this guy's high rep and he has a decent card. Usually I'm in here with Giddy and everyone's adding me to a team. But even if you just stand around over time, people will probably start sending you game invites. So if you run in with randoms, you very well could get matched with like a free agent card or a WNBA player or something. I recommend taking 5-10 minutes and just trying to build out a squad here in the lobby and then hopping into the game from there. Definitely worth it though. Yes, it's not the most meta way to grind pieces today, but why not? We need to play a multiplayer for our daily anyway, and it's a good way to dip your toes in some online play. Other season modes that we can talk about. King of the Court is live, and I think this weekend it might actually be worth it. I will probably play maybe tonight and tomorrow. And some think the sweatiest day of King of the Court is like Sundays. I kind of think the opposite, because the way the matchmaking works is they try to match you with people who have similar points. And that's why it's really hard for people at the top to get more points, because like once Ty Debo, who's at the top right now, he has, over 10,000 points. When he's matchmaking, it's trying to match him up with someone who has around 10,000 points. So if you play Sunday and you have 0 points, I'm playing my first game Sunday, it's going to try to match me up with other people who are around 0 points. So all these really sweaty guys who are already at 7,000, 8,000, 10,000 points, I shouldn't be matching with them. So some people say, well, Sunday's the last day, everyone's sweating it. But I think, hey, wait till Sunday, let all the sweats play Friday, Saturday, and then come in Saturday night or Sunday morning and just play a few games, and hopefully you get some favorable matchups. To get tier 3, which is my goal, you really should only need like 1 win and 1 loss, maybe 3 games, and hopefully at least 1 is a win. But I think 2 wins and you should be clear into tier 3, which would give you a pink diamond piece. The 92 plus is kind of a cherry on top. If you play 4 games and can get 3 wins or so, that might put you into tier 2, which gets you a Galaxy Opal piece and an option pack. Tier 1 for my sweats and my stick gods out there, good on ya. I do think it's worth it. You get a dark matter piece and a 95 plus. This will almost certainly require at least 4 wins. So if there was a weekend to try a little King of the Court, I'd actually recommend it. And I'll be on stream either tonight or tomorrow, probably playing a few of these, just having fun. My lineup's not the most meta. I actually just made some moves. I sold Giddy. So I'll be going in there with a pretty, budget squad type lineup. Like I'm starting Kamara. I really like this Alonzo Mourning. I'm starting him. If I don't start him, I might just put in Kalkbrenner, who's a 4,000 MT team. But this lineup here can absolutely compete, and I would be happy to take this team in, even though I do have resources to make some upgrades. I'm thinking, hey, I could do what I need to do in King of the Court with that lineup right there. With that, Showdown is going on, so keep an eye on that. But yeah, I would highlight King of the Court this weekend, and definitely today, All-Star Team Up. Now, let's go over to the exchange. And before we do Winter Festival, let's just talk last update. We haven't talked about this in a few days. We kind of were hoping they would give us more Julius Erving challenges. They did not. So I just have these two pieces sitting here. You can chase another piece in the pack market. And full disclosure, I actually opened a pack yesterday. I opened this one right here for 11,000 VC. I had extra VC from my Pro Pass and playing a little bit of my career. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy one pack. And I didn't get a Julius event piece. You can see in this pack down at the bottom, there is a chance of pulling the Julius event card. I'm not sure if all of them, yeah, the bundles have it too. These Tis the Season ones I don't think have it. So if you're really chasing a Julius Erving piece, this would be the pack to open, one of these, and I don't recommend you do it. Like I said, I had just extra VC sitting there. I had like 17,000 VC, so I was like, sure, I'll buy one pack. Well, I got really lucky, and I actually pulled a pink diamond Tatum. That's auctionable, so I might get some really nice MT from him, and that's very good because my Giddies are on for sale, and I think I'll lose a good amount of MT on those, and that's fine. We'll talk about the auction house here in a bit. But if you are chasing that Julius Erving piece, I don't necessarily recommend you do it, but there is a pack with some availability. I was kind of hoping to get one more event card. I'm sure the odds are really low, but I didn't get it. And so at this point, I'm just kind of accepting that we're not getting any more pieces. I'm not going to be chasing it in the market. So if you are sitting on these two pieces, now is definitely a safe time to just go ahead, take your 2 free packs, which, when this first came out, we kind of anticipated this might be the result of this, but I will still take 2 free packs. I would have loved to get this Diamond Julius Erving. It is a great card, and if you have them, good on you. But 2 free packs is nothing to scoff at, and hopefully we pull something good. I doubt we will, but while y'all are here with me, I'll go ahead and open them, just a quick open. And yeah, that's typically what you get from packs. Nothing crazy at all. Little pack opening from Big D Guru. We won't see too many of those on the channel. But I just wanted to check in on that. Now for the main event of exchange, let's go to that Winter Festival. And I'm having a ton of fun with this festival. I'm still grinding a ton of pieces just by playing the game. It seems like every day I come over here and I'm pulling up this Amethyst exchange and I just have so many gold snowballs, which, in the scheme of things don't really add up. You need like 10,000 gold snowballs for a Dark Matter piece. But it does all add up, and Koulibaly and Kamara are on my main squad, as you see, as my starting shooting guard and backup shooting guard, and I really like them. And there's more options. I'm still building. Again, we're kind of avoiding these, even if I get my 5-game win streak on Sunday, which hopefully we do. And there is a channel or a video up on the channel right now. I posted it this morning. I wanted to get it out on how to win in the park with budget cards. You don't need super expensive cards to win in the park, but you do need the right ones. And there's plenty of budget options. And so there's a video going over, how do I get my wins in the park? Not as even an elite player, just from being a good player, what you need to prioritize. So even if you get that 5-game win streak, I do think these are just well out of reach. Even this 8, I don't see me getting 8, and I've been grinding the game quite a bit. But I may get up to 2, so we're kind of stockpiling. But again, the real value is a little bit further down. I may go up for Scotty Barnes and Evan Mobley, but those positions are kind of stacked for me. And the card I'm starting to think about more and more is this Pink Diamond Ray Allen, and that's just a total personal preference. He's a bit expensive, so it might not be for everybody, but just where my lineup's at, I'm like, I could kind of use a point guard, and just looking at his stats, he could be really fun for me and just kind of a good card to use, even especially in like offline, if you're ever grinding offline with 99 3-pointer. But I'd be more than willing to take him online and see what I can get into. But again, just get comfortable. Some of these dynamics duos are okay. I've heard decent things actually about this dynamic duo, the Grants. Someone was making a post saying they're winning a bunch of games online with this, and kind of makes sense. Jeremiah Grant's usually a pretty good card. That Horace Grant, he's going to be big, strong, and play good defense. So that's only one Galaxy Opal piece. Something to think about. I've actually downgraded all my pieces into pink diamonds just to see how close I'm getting to Ray Allen. I'm about halfway there. Still plenty of time. So that's just the mindset. I won't tell you exactly what to do in here. I will just say be strategic with your pieces. Analyze your situation but also prioritize cards you think are cool and fun. So if you're a big, Rivers family fan, you like Austin Rivers, he used to be pretty cool in the NBA, his dad's was a cool coach, like, hey, go ahead and get this. It's one diamond piece, like, why not? I usually end up getting a lot of these cheaper dynamic duos anyway, because they're giving you wild gems in some of these. And wild gem exchanges are hopefully coming back, fingers crossed, so you can actually stack up a good number of really cheap wild gems just by doing a few of these. So towards the end of the festival, I'll very likely come in and just do all these cheap dynamic duos, depending on the big purchase I make, whether it's one of these Galaxy Opals, that Legend Badge pack, or Ray Allen. I should have some leftover pieces that I'm just going to start throwing into some of these dynamic duos or other fun things. Like, even sometimes I'll just get a bunch of base packs and hope to get lucky. But it's kind of like a shopping spree. If you grind the game, you keep stacking your pieces, you don't get out of whack and think, hey, I need to get this LaMelo. You should have more than enough resources to come in here and really just do a shopping spree, which is a lot of fun. And that's how I recommend you take on it. And today's a great day just to grind a bunch of snow pieces. I'll be an all-star team up doing it. But if you just want to play Breakout, I've actually been getting a ton of rewards on Breakout. Doing all the offline challenges. I'm just slowly making my way through the board. I went through the portal. I'm not interested in these exchange pieces because you need 13 and that's just not realistic. So instead I'm prioritizing all these 90 plus packs. I'm getting some really cool amethysts. I know they're just amethysts, but I like those cards because you can build fun salary cap lineups and you can play with some, non-meta cards, but some of these amethysts can absolutely hoop. So it's a fun way just to build out your lineup, and the games are so easy and they're pretty rewarding right now with the festival that's going on. Okay, and let's hop over to the market. I have been selling. We can actually see what did my 29 Legend Giddy sell for. 1 million. So someone got a pretty good steal. They got a 29 Legend Giddy for 1 million MT, and I paid 1.5 million. So that's a 500k MT loss. And you just gotta eat those. And I think in general, these super high-end Galaxy Opals, spending 1 million MT on a card, in the back of your mind, you got to kind of accept it will probably be a loss. And that you might get, a profit if you buy at the right time and badge out correctly, but it's really hard to anticipate these high bid prices because it just depends how many people are on the game. Like, my mindset was have them end midday Saturday. Maybe I should have done it a little bit later in the day. But with these high-end Galaxy Opals, it's a little bit harder to consistently make MT. So the goal for the channel is going to be to, monitor these high-end cards, and when you want to buy one, go ahead. I think my next big purchase might be a Brendan Roy. I've heard really good things about the card. I'm actually price monitoring one right now. I want to see what he ends at because he has, there's one up with 10 Legend badges. This one right here, I bid on it knowing I'd get outbid, but I want to see what it ends at so I can start getting an idea of what's a good price for this guy. So, monitor the high end because you're like, hey, eventually I do want to make some fun high-end purchases and have some of the best cards in the game. But on our day-to-day grind, we really just want to hone in on cards that we can flip for profit. And that's where I talk about either having a short list of specific players or having a short list of specific themes. Wild Gems is always a good one. We can, monitor their price. We are hoping more exchanges come out. They are down very, very low, down to 15k buyout. So if you're gonna buy these, I would say look for 13k and below, and I would come in and search their minimum price and then go see what's available for bids. So I know they're selling at around 13. I should be able to get bids, pretty easily around 12 or so. So I'll probably come in and bid a little bit. I'm already pretty heavily invested in these guys, so I probably won't bid too much on Diamond Wild Gems, but I do believe more exchanges are coming, so there's value here. But other specific cards, and I think one of the better ways to do this is just coming over to the collection tab and searching by actual sets. And two cards we highlighted yesterday and we'll highlight again today. Buzelis, this is a meta card. A lot of people are using him. Yesterday we saw some, 45 to 50 buy nows. Not seeing any below 50 right now, which is cool. I mean, maybe on a day-to-day there'll be little upticks, and that's where we have some room to navigate. So if I can see any that are around buy now of 40, I'll just scoop them up immediately. Because I see 52 is listed and not selling. So 52 is too high, but I don't see any that have that first number as 4 in the 40s that's not being bought. You know, it means if someone did list one for 40, it got snagged pretty quick. So what I'm looking in here is like, is there one for 40-ish, or is there a bid I can make? And looking at it now, there's not. So I will move on to the next card, which conveniently is actually Ace Bailey. He's right next to him. This card's a similar price. We're not seeing any at buy now. There's one. He's only been up for an hour, 49. That looks like the lowest. So I'm pretty confident if I list him at 45, he should sell pretty quick. And what's cool with Ace Bailey today, there's a good number on bid. So this one right here, I will come and I say, I think if I list him at 45, he'll sell very, very quickly. I'm going to minus the 10% for the tax, and I'll go like 47.50. And then hopefully I win him for like 40-ish, and then I could list him for like 46, and I'll make a free 2,000 MT. Not the highest bidder there. I'd have to go up to 44. I don't think it's worth it. So have your number. Be ready to not win it. Like, it's not, you know, you're kind of underbidding. Let's be realistic. So you might not win every one, but that one I do have an active bid on. So I'll bid on these three. Take this same strategy for your list of cards. I got, you know, maybe 5, 6, 7 guys on this list right now, and it can be evolved. A good way to find them is just go a set or two back and look at the diamonds. For the most part, these pink diamonds are going to be on bid. Like even this Derek White, he is technically a buy now. I see, you know, a few listed up at 100. So if I saw one in the 70s, maybe I'd try to buy him. But I think there's more, you know, room to navigate in these diamonds. Like this Spencer Dinwiddie is kind of a meta card. Let's see, he's going for about 50. Can we find some with good bids? There's one only been up for 30 minutes. Oh, there's a 42. So like that potentially is a snipe. I might come in here and just think, if I buy him at 42 outright, could I list him at 48 to 47 and make profit? But here's one sitting at 48. So I don't know. I actually think his price is probably closer to 43, 44. So that 42 is a good deal, but not enough to make profit. Where the profit would lie is in these bids, and I'm saying, all right, I'm confident he'll sell at 42. I think that one that's listed at 42 will sell. I will minus the 10% for the auction house tax. I'm going to bid 38 on this guy, and it's not high enough, but that's totally fine. I'll go to the next one, and I'll do the same thing. I'm not going to get out of my range just because I'm not winning the bid. That just means somebody else kind of bid at a good number that's right around, but I will go and bid 38 on a couple of these guys. And we'll do one more example with this Goran Dragic. This is a fun card. You know, not quite as expensive. I think this card's a little bit closer to like 20. There's one at 28. So for him, I think you could sell pretty comfortably at 26, 27. I've actually sold a couple at that price. There's one at 18, not too much room for profit, but here's one at 500. So a lot of room. So I'll bid 20,000 on that, and I have successfully bid. So let's see if we can win a few of these. And it's overall been working. Like yesterday, I got a Derek Queen for real cheap around 35, and I was able to immediately flip him for 49. So that's exciting. These Okongwes didn't sell. I listed them a little bit too high, but we will keep working it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and collect that Derek Queen. And let's take another look at him, because these dynamic duos absolutely hold value throughout the year. So on that short list, I would almost always have a good pair, you know, any dynamic duo in the game. Oh, look at this snipe. All right, see, there you go, 10K, that's huge. I can probably list him for 50. Really cool, we got that live. And what's interesting here is there's none for buyout, and I just sold one for 49. All of these are on bid, so I might be able to list this guy for like 60. And if somebody comes in and is like, I want a Derek Queen right now, I'm not waiting 2 hours for these bids to end, they might just grab that one for 60K. So again, this is just how you can, you know, be comfortable in the auction house. Have your list of people that you're comfortable with, and you kind of know, this Derek Queen, I'm honestly not going to bid that much. I know I sold one for 49, but there's just so much on bid, and I think people are forgetting. I'm going to bid low, and some of these might still be live. If you're some of the first viewers of this video, come and outbid me. Come make your MT. I'm not mad at it. My goal is for us to all get MT, but I will come in and just bid on every single one of these Derek Queens. Oh, I'm out of NT. Let's see if I can get some freed up here. Might have to wait. Okay, I got outbid on a few of these guys. Cool. I'm going right back to that Derek Queen, and I'm going to keep bidding on this guy. And I recommend you all have that kind of similar strategy. And when you know a good deal is there, just because you're, you know, educated on the market, take advantage of it. And if it's not there, like with the Ace Bailey or the Buzelis today, we just didn't see anything. And if it's not there, you can just move on. So look at that. He's already bid up to 30, which really validates that 10,000 MT snipe we just got. So yeah, again, have your strategy, use the bids. Bids are so powerful over just buy now. Of course, when there's a good deal on the buy now, take it, but if not, bid on it, because you might get a lot more profit. And you can see here in my outcomes, almost everything I'm winning, I'm getting thousands of MT back. I got 2,000 back on that one. And it's just, it adds up and it really helps you make profit. And you know, something to think about. I'm also investing in this Cockbrenner. Like some of these, there's one guy, or one of these I think I got for like 3K. I mean, those I just bought outright at 4K, but some of the ones I bid on, let's see if we can find them. Those are all the new bids. But yeah, look at this. I got a Cockbrenner for 2.5K. Like, you know, he could sell for 4K right now, and I do believe once he's out of packs, he'll get up to 6 or 7K. So just some auction house tips. I know we go over it every day, and really my ultimate goal is for everyone to be comfortable and fluent in the auction house, so you're, you know, happy to keep building that MT and you don't feel the need to go in the pack market and just waste your MT on packs. If you're gonna do packs, use your VC from the Pro Pass or My Career, but don't come in and spend your MT on packs. It is always a net loss. With that, have fun with the game today, guys. Christmas, post-Christmas weekend, pre-New Year's. You know, hopefully y'all are excited about 2026. I think there's a lot of good things to come. Huge shout out to all my new subscribers and people commenting. Really, really appreciate. I feel like the channel's, you know, going in a really good direction, and I'm excited about it. We've had some nice comments just saying they appreciate the daily content and kind of the flow of things. So feedback, guys, I really will do my best to be receptive. I want to hear it, and I want to know what y'all are thinking about the content. With that, much love. Hope you all are doing well, and peace.